For better health. Okay, better health, of course. Anybody else? A little more specific? ये तो general हो गया, better health. Yes, of course, everybody wants. और कुछ? Get rid of back pain, Milind sir says. Yes, definitely. Anybody else? Back pain. क्या सबको सिर्फ back pain है? To treat back pain, Mukesh sir says. Neuromuscular health problems. Who's this? Okay, neuromuscular problems. Chakras, okay, spinal strength and nervous health. Excellent. Knee pain. तो धीरे धीरे ये सब जो कैटेगरीज है ये न्यूरोमस्कुलर हेल्थ में. Numbness of hand, again a problem of the nervous system. Knee pain, back pain, a problem of the muscular system. तो यहाँ पर हम मस्कुलो और नर्वस सिस्टम के बारे में बात करेंगे कि आप अपने सिचुएशन से कैसे उभर सकते हैं. How can you joyfully come out of your situation? Yes or no? How many of us are willing to take charge of our neuromuscular health? Yes, some people are 875, some people are 60 and maybe more. So the bracket is too big, but क्या आपको मालूम है जो आपको अभी बताया जाएगा उसके लिए age is not a barrier. Okay? जब तक आपकी सांस चल रही है आप ये चिकित्सा कर सकते हैं. So how many people are curious to know what Ashtaang Chikitsa is all about? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, Sulanini ma'am gives me a thumbs up. Anybody else? क्या और लोग उत्सुक नहीं हैं जानने के लिए? Yes, Kiran ma'am writes yes. Okay, and the thumbs up goes up. Thank you so much. Now, do I have your permission to share the screen? क्या आप मुझे इजाजत देते हैं 2 मिनट आपका स्क्रीन टाइम लेने के लिए? Yes or no? Okay, thank you so much. I will just share the screen. Give me 2 minutes. Okay, just a sec. 1 minute. Okay. Now, can everybody see the screen? Give me a thumbs up, please. Once again, waiting for your thumbs up. सबको दिखाई दे रहा है? Ram Govind sir, Kunal sir. Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So Ashtaang Chikitsa online therapy for neuromusculoskeletal problems. So namaskar once again. I welcome you all to the Ashtaang Chikitsa webinar. मैं कौन हूँ? My name is Rachna Botra and I'll be your host for today's webinar. I'm a part of an organization called Avisa Healing and Fitness Private Limited. So in today's webinar, we will present to you a unique therapy for curing neuromusculoskeletal problems that you or someone in your family may be suffering from but have not yet found permanent relief despite spending a good amount of money on various treatments. So now I'd like to introduce you all to Swami Raj Vibhuji, a rare Kumbhak yogi. Swami Raj Vibhuji has been transforming lives of thousands of people who have not found any relief even after years of using allopathic medicine, not only in India, but Europe and the USA as well. So he has taken people out of chronic diseases जिसका आज के तारीख में भी एलोपैथी में कोई क्योर नहीं है, like thyroid, BP, heart, diabetes, and even life-threatening diseases like cancer. At Avisa Healing and Fitness, we are reviving Ashtaang Chikitsa. सुनने से लगता है कोई पुरानी चिकित्सा है, right? To address the structural issues of a human being. तो जब हम structural issues के बारे में बात करते हैं, तो musculoskeletal system is one of them. How the structure of the human body can function in its best possible way. That's our purpose at Avisa Healing and Fitness. It's a profound way of addressing the aspects of a human body. So ये webinar किसके लिए है? Who is this webinar for? सबके लिए तो नहीं है ये webinar. कुछ गिने चुने लोगों के लिए है जो थक गए हैं टेम्पररी ट्रीटमेंट्स के लिए. दवाई खाया, ठीक हो गया, फिजियोथेरेपी कराया, ठीक हो गया, फिर छोड़ दिया, फिर वापस आ गए. सो पीपल हु वांट टू टेक चार्ज ऑफ देयर हेल्थ, जिसको अपना हेल्थ खुद के हाथों में लेना है विदाउट एनी एक्सटर्नल इंटरवेंशन, एंड आर विलिंग टू वर्क ऑन देमसेल्व्स टू कम आउट ऑफ देयर करंट हेल्थ प्रॉब्लम्स. So reversing neuromusculoskeletal problems with Ashtaang Chikitsa, freedom from pain. Balancing of body at 8 levels. तो ये सुनने में लग रहा है कि ये बैलेंसिंग ऑफ बॉडी क्या होता है, 8 लेवल्स क्या है आखिर शरीर का. तो ये 8 शरीर और the 8 surface are the surface through which our body is made. तो इसके बारे में डिटेल्स में स्वामी राज विभू जी आपको बताएंगे. I will just give you a brief on what exactly are the 8 levels जिसके imbalances से आपको शरीर में तकलीफ आती है. So what are the शरीर that we are talking about? The 8 levels: सृष्टि शरीर, गर्भ शरीर, दोष शरीर, मर्म शरीर, प्रमाण शरीर, संख्य शरीर, प्रकृति एंड विकृति शरीर. तो अब जो लास्ट दो प्रकृति और विकृति शरीर है, जब हम लोग न्यूरोमस्कुलर प्रॉब्लम्स फेस करते हैं या जो दर्द सरफेस कर रहा है, वो एक्चुअली शुरू तो हुआ है काफी पहले. बट जब आपका बॉडी डीजेनरेशन में आता है और डीजेनरेशन की गति बहुत फास्ट है और रीजेनरेशन की गति बहुत स्लो है, तो ये जो इम्बैलेंस क्रिएट करता है, उसके लिए आपको दर्द, स्टिफनेस, इन्फ्लेमेशन, ये सब होना चालू होता है. तो प्रकृति शरीर यानी कि रीजेनरेशन फैक्टर, विकृति शरीर यानी कि degeneration factor. So this balance is what we teach you at Ashtaang Chikitsa, so that when your body is in balance, तब आपका problems जाके ठीक होता है. So these are just a few of the diseases that we resolve, जो commonly देखा गया. Of course, the list goes on. तो Ashtaang Chikitsa can heal knee pain, lower back pain, hip issues, pain in the leg. तो आप देखेंगे कुछ तो इसमें मसल रिलेटेड इश्यूज है, कुछ नर्वस सिस्टम रिलेटेड इश्यूज है, क्योंकि दोनों ही जो डीजेनरेशन में आता है उसको हम लोग रीजेनरेट कर सकते हैं अष्टांग चिकित्सा में. तो स्पाइन रिलेटेड इश्यूज, स्लिप डिस्क, डिस्क बल्ज, वीक स्पाइन, spondylitis, frozen shoulder, tennis elbow, rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis, osteoporosis, dislocation, neuropathy, and the nerve issue. So let's hear from Swami Raj Vibhu ji. आखिर क्या करते हैं हम अष्टांग चिकित्सा में जिससे आप इस करंट स्थिति से बाहर निकल सकते हैं. Thank you so much for listening to me patiently. Now I will tell you the webinar procedure. इसके बाद आप सुनेंगे स्वामी राज विभू जी के वीडियो से आप जानेंगे कि कैसे आप अपने न्यूरोमस्कुलर प्रॉब्लम से बाहर निकल सकते हैं. Then we will have somebody joining us for the webinar who is a current participant and वो आपको बताएंगे कि उनका journey of Ashtang चिकित्सा कैसा रहा. Then of course we will be sharing the program details, and lastly we will be able to take a few question and answer. So please आप लोग chat box में अपना name, number और आपका जो health problems है वो chat box में डाल दें. Thank you so much for listening to me patiently. Over to Anil.
Just give me a few seconds.
So let's start. Neuro Musculoskeletal problem. We are talking about Neuro Musculoskeletal problem. आपके शरीर में हड्डियों का, मांसपेशियों का और नसों का जो गठजोड़ होता है, they actually create every movement in your body. आपके शरीर में वही movement create करना है. So I'll take one example and let's go ahead understanding why problem happens and what is the solution. मैं एक एग्जाम्पल से शुरू करूंगा और उसको लेके हम समझेंगे. So suppose what is the most common problem at this point of time? सबसे common problem क्या है आज के समय? Knee pain. Let's take knee pain as an example and understand what we are talking about. हम बात क्या कर रहे हैं उसके बारे में knee pain से start करते हैं, right? So some person who got an injury in one of the knees will get a knee problem in that leg. है कि नहीं? अगर एक नी इंजरी किसी का हो जाता है तो वो उस घुटने में उसको परेशानी होगी. और स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन हु हैज समहाउ डैमेज्ड वन नी, एक अगर घुटने को किसी तरीके से एक स्पोर्ट्स के पर्सन ने, एक बंदे ने अगर डैमेज कर दिया है तो वहां पे प्रॉब्लम आएगी. बट दैट इज लोकलाइज्ड प्रॉब्लम. डज एवरीबडी हैज डैमेज देयर नीज? क्या सभी ने अपना नी डैमेज कर दिया? नो. People are still getting into problem. Then when you go to the doctor with your knee problem, जब आप एक डॉक्टर के पास जाते हैं अपने घुटने की प्रॉब्लम लेके, and the most common thing that you hear is degeneration in the joint. जो सबसे कॉमन चीज है, सबसे पहले डॉक्टर बोलता है वो तो आपके घुटने घिस गए हैं, isn't it? Degeneration. So the next thing can be degeneration. यानी कि आपके नी घुटने में जो कार्टिलेज था वो बन नहीं रहा, वो घिस रहा है, वो प्रॉपरली बन नहीं रहा, उसको बनना भी चाहिए था, रीजनरेशन भी होना चाहिए. रीजनरेशन इज ऑल्सो अ पार्ट ऑफ दिस ह्यूमन सिस्टम, बट रीजनरेशन इज नॉट हैपनिंग प्रॉपरली, डीजनरेशन इज हैपनिंग. दूसरा कारण हो गया, नाउ सम पर्सन गोज टू अ डॉक्टर विथ अ सोलोन नी, इन्फ्लेमेशन इन द नी, लालीपना है उसके घुटने में, इन्फ्लेमेशन है, सूजन है. The doctor will still say there is a localized problem at the knee. वो कहेगा एक्सरे करा लो, वो कहेगा जाके स्कैन करा लो, सीटी स्कैन करा लो, and he would try to see the problem there itself. वहीं पे वो प्रॉब्लम ढूंढने की कोशिश करेगा और सोल्यूशन ढूंढने की कोशिश करेगा. But do you know why inflammation happen in your body? Why inflammation क्यों होता है? सूजन क्यों हो जाती है आपके जोड़ों पे? शायद आपका लिवर ठीक नहीं है. If your liver gets impacted, there will be inflammation in the body. If your digestion is not proper, there will be inflammation in the body. Third thing, if there is an increased uric acid in your body, your kidney is not functioning properly, then also there will be inflammation. So क्या इसका रीजन ढूंढा गया आपके लिए? Why this inflammation is happening? No. So even if you go for a liver test, liver will not show any sign of damage till it gets damaged to 95%. 95% जब तक लिवर का डैमेज नहीं होगा तब तक लिवर के टेस्ट में कुछ भी नहीं आने वाला. So your problem will remain undiagnosed. Usually these diagnoses are not done. तो इन्फ्लेमेशन क्यों है यहाँ पे आपके जॉइंट में प्रॉब्लम क्यों? बिकॉज देयर इज अ लिवर प्रॉब्लम, बिकॉज देयर इज अ किडनी प्रॉब्लम, because there is an issue with digestion. Now Rachana ji said after menopause osteoporosis, osteoarthritis is very common. Yes. What does it mean also? आपका घुटना का दर्द का रीजन क्या हो सकता है? हार्मोन इम्बैलेंस, इजंट इट? अनदर रीजन इज हार्मोन इम्बैलेंस. हार्मोन इम्बैलेंस होगा तब भी आपके घुटने में दर्द आएगा, कमर में दर्द आएगा, लोअर बैक पेन एंड योर नी पेन कैन हैपन. सो व्हाट आर यू डूइंग टू बैलेंस योर हार्मोन्स? देयर इज नो वे, कोई तरीका नहीं है. नाउ इफ द ऑस्टियोपोरोसिस इज हैज हैपेंड, हड्डियां अगर ब्रिटल हो गई, कमजोर हो गई हैं, पोरस हो गई हैं, बहुत जल्दी टूटने की आशंका रहती है इसके अंदर. इफ दे हैव बिकम ब्रिटल by calcium, how many people have come out of osteoporosis by taking calcium? Not even a single example. एक भी example नहीं है. Rather, do you know if you take long-term calcium, the chances of breast cancer will increase by 200%. So I'm just trying to tell you, don't see problem as a localized deficiency or disalignment or some kind of a breakdown at a localized position. The discrepancy at a localized position is not the only way to look at a problem. It can happen due to many reasons. So what we are talking about is there are 8 major factors, 8 कारण हैं because of which one problem happens, जिसकी वजह से एक problem आती है. So if you really want to come out of problem, then you will have to work upon these 8 factors. 8 कारणों पे काम करना पड़ेगा. This is Ashtaang Chikitsa. Now, in the last 50 years, पिछले 50 साल, 100 साल तक का आप ले जा सकते हैं. There is example for that. Nobody has come out of their issues. घुटने आज तक किसी के ठीक नहीं हुए ना. Nobody has come out of their knee problem. ज्यादा से ज्यादा to the extreme, what the doctor will say, do a knee replacement. अपने घुटने बदलवा लीजिए. So what does it mean? It cannot be treated. According to the modern treatment, it cannot be treated. ये ठीक हो ही नहीं सकता. So I would tell you to remember your grandfather, grandmother. अपने दादा दादी नाना नानी को याद करें जरा. क्या उनको इतनी एज में प्रॉब्लम थी? Did they have problem at this age? No. So why deterioration or the problem was not happening at that time? To this scale. इस scale में उस समय प्रॉब्लम हो ही नहीं रही थी. आज क्यों हो रही है? Because the system has gone weak and we are not doing anything on this human body to strengthen it. इसको मजबूत करने के लिए, स्ट्रॉन्ग करने के लिए हम कोई काम नहीं कर रहे. So let's start Ashtaang Chikitsa. The first thing, when I'm talking about Sharira, the word Sharira means body and mind both. जब मैं आपको बोलूंगा शरीर, तो इसका मतलब body as well as mind. Because in कुंभक पद्धति, in कुंभक कलाचार और आयुर्वेद कलाचार, in yoga कलाचार, there is nothing called as mind separately. It's always sharira. Both body and mind complex is called as sharira. मैं एक एग्जांपल दूं आपको. Let's take an example. Open your mouth and try to think. अपना मुंह खोलिए और सोचने की कोशिश कीजिए. Open your mouth and try to think. Oh, it becomes difficult. 50 किताबें पढ़ लीजिए, दिमाग को रोकने का कोई तरीका नहीं मिलेगा. And just a little bit, if you know how it works, ये काम कैसे करता है, अगर ये आपको मालूम चल गया तो एकदम से पकड़ लेते हैं. You just catch it then and there. तो मुंह खोल के आप सोच नहीं पा रहे. So is your action and your mind different? Is your body and mind different? No, it is not different. ये अलग नहीं. So your body and mind complex constantly strives to live. ये आपका शरीर हमेशा एक जद्दोजहद में रहता है जिंदा रहने के. हाँ या ना? So there is something called as प्रकृति, new cellular formation. नए नए सेल्स और टिश्यूज आपके शरीर में बनते हैं. And there is another aspect called Vikrati. Lot of cells which has aged, they die. बहुत सारे ऐसे सेल्स और टिश्यूज जो आपके शरीर में काम नहीं कर पा रहे ठीक से, वो खत्म हो जाते हैं. After a certain time period, certain age, they wear off. This is wearing off is called as Vikrati and production is called as Prakriti. Right? ये दो चीज हमेशा चल रही है. देयर हैज टू बी अ बैलेंस ऑफ दीज टू थिंग्स, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग एंड रिलीज. ये दो चीजें हमेशा बैलेंस में होना चाहिए. नाउ आई एम गिविंग यू अनदर एग्जांपल. वी विल टेक एग्जांपल्स सो दैट यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आई एम सेइंग. बहुत सारे एग्जांपल लेंगे समझने के लिए कि हम क्या बोल रहे हैं. ये दीज आर थिंग्स यू नो ऑलरेडी, बट यू आर नॉट पेइंग अटेंशन टू योर बॉडी. आप ये चीज जानते ही हैं मगर वहां पे ध्यान नहीं जा रहा आपका. So when there is a polluted area, you enter a polluted area. एक बहुत ही प्रदूषित जगह पे आप जाते हैं. If you watch your breath, अगर अपनी सांसों को जरा ध्यान दे सांसों पे, what happens more, inhalation or exhalation? जरा सोचिए, please think about it because your body is the primary responsibility. क्या करते हैं आप? ज्यादा इनहेल करते हैं, ज्यादा एक्सहेल करते हैं? ज्यादा सांस लेते हैं, छोड़ते हैं? ज्यादा छोड़ते हैं आप, लेना नहीं चाहते हो. योर बॉडी डजंट वांट टू. अगर धुआं कहीं भरा है तो आप देखेंगे आपकी सांस रुक जाती है. यू डोंट टेक इन, यू ट्राई टू एक्सहेल मोर. इफ यू गेट टायर्ड, अगर आप थक जाते हैं, व्हाट इज टायर्डनेस? थकना क्या हुआ? लॉट ऑफ टॉक्सिन्स इन द बॉडी, इजंट इट? व्हाट डू? यू डू लॉन्ग एक्सहेलेशन. This is what you do. You do long exhalation, less inhalation. Now, for holidays, if you go to a hill station, अगर holiday के लिए आप hill station में गए, what happens more, inhalation or exhalation? If you observe, you inhale more. जब भी आपके शरीर में सही situation मिलती है, if there is a right situation, your body wants to manufacture more, it inhales more. When there is a bad situation, your body wants to throw out more. आपका शरीर चीजें बाहर निकालना चाहता है, more exhalation. So how is your environment, nearby environment? आपने आसपास के वातावरण का क्या हाल किया है? आपने नहीं, मैं तो कहूंगा सभी humanity. I'm just talking about humanity. I'm just saying it in that way. हमने क्या किया वातावरण का? खराब कर दिया. Do you think your body wants to inhale more or exhale more? It wants to inhale less and exhale more. So is construction happening more or destruction happening more? Lot of destruction, no construction. So आपके घुटने घिसेंगे कि नहीं घिसेंगे? बंद तो रहे नहीं, आपने सिचुएशन नहीं छोड़ी. What kind of food you are eating? भोजन कैसा करना चाह रहे हैं? Genetically modified food, isn't it? Your body doesn't want to take it. लेना नहीं चाहता, कभी कभी उल्टी कर देता है, बाहर निकाल देता है. Your body pukes it out also sometimes. वो बाहर निकालना चाहता है. It doesn't want to take in. So regeneration will happen more or degeneration will happen more? Degeneration will happen more. And correlated with the situation. इसीलिए आपके joints घिस रहे हैं, उनमें दर्द आ रहा है. Regeneration नहीं हो रहा, नई चीजें नहीं बन रही, घिसे जा रहे हैं. So there is an imbalance of prakriti and vikrati. इसका बैलेंस होना चाहिए था, मगर ये बैलेंस नहीं हो पा रहा है. So ये दो का अगर आप बैलेंस नहीं बनाएंगे, there is no chance of recovery. So what are you doing to create a balance of these two things? You are not doing anything. तो अपना ट्रीटमेंट करेंगे नहीं तो होगा कैसे? First of all, so this is the first thing that we need to get to, a balance of prakriti and vikrati, a balance of regeneration and degeneration, and there is a method to do it. इसका एक तरीका है करने का. अगर आप अपने आप को बचाना चाहते हैं, what do you do? Somebody is hitting you, कोई आपको मार रहा है, you feel damage ना, you think there will be a damage. What do? क्या करते हैं आप? सांस रोक के टाइट कर लेते हैं अपने आप को. You hold your breath and tense your body, isn't it? Yes or no? आप जानते हैं इस बात को, ऐसा नहीं है. Whatever I am saying, you know it already. तो आप सांस रोक के बचाते हैं ना. अगर हॉरर मूवी देख रहे हैं, if you are watching a horror movie, there are certain scenes that you don't want to watch. देखना नहीं चाहते ना, हाथ रख लेते हैं आंखों पे. एक बच्चे को देखो. See a kid, the kid will close the eyes. So you hold your senses also to protect yourself. अपने आप को बचाने के लिए अपनी दृष्टि को, कहीं पे खराब स्मेल आया तो आप रोक लेते हैं ना सांस. You hold your breath. If there is a bad sound, you close your ears. आप नहीं सुनना चाहते इसको. You hold your senses. So holding your breath, holding your senses is called as कुंभक, इसको नाम दे रहे हैं हम. So it is not just breath hold, it is the hold of senses also. आपकी पंच तन्मात्राएं जो है, शब्द स्पर्श रूप रस गंध, all the five senses, you hold the senses to protect yourself. So there is a way of creating more prakriti and balance out the vikrati. You can't stop vikrati. देखिए आप degeneration stop नहीं कर सकते. This is a natural process of life. You will age, but you must age gracefully. ठीक है, तो how to balance vikrati? There is a method to balance vikrati. Ashtaang Chikitsa will give you that method to enhance prakriti and balance the vikrati. So then next thing, when there is a regeneration, कोई नई चीज पैदा हो रही है, so it will expand, isn't it? वो फैलेगा. एक शिशु इतना छोटा सा पैदा होता है, there is a little infant which gets born and then the infant expands, isn't it? This expansion factor is called as samkhya. The real word for expansion is samkhya or proportionate expansion. This is called as proportionate expansion. सही तरीके से संतुलित विस्तार, इसको क्या कहेंगे? संतुलित विस्तार. Suppose your one hand becomes long, the other hand remains short. एक हाथ लंबा हो गया, एक हाथ छोटा रह गया. Will you get joint problem in one of the shoulders? आपको एक शोल्डर में joint problem आएगी ना? So if you have one leg a little longer than the other leg, एक पांव ज्यादा लंबा है, दूसरा पांव थोड़ा छोटा है, so you'll get knee pain in one leg. आपके एक पांव में knee pain होगा. You'll get hip pain at one side of the hip. If your body is not aligned, the right side and the left side is not aligned, you will get a problem. Neuro Musculoskeletal problem. अगर आपकी एक muscles खिंच गए because of uneven expansion, skin ढीली हो जाती है ना, skin becomes flabby when there is an uneven expansion. You get stretch marks, isn't it? You know what is stretch mark? You get stretch mark because there is an uneven expansion. असंतुलित विस्तार अगर होता है तो भी आपकी बॉडी में प्रॉब्लम आ सकती है. At muscles, at joints. आपकी मांसपेशियों में प्रॉब्लम आ सकती है, मांसपेशियां फट सकती है, आपके जॉइंट में प्रॉब्लम आ सकती है ना, वहां पे. So disalignment, if you see at this point of time, most of the people do not even walk straight. The way we are sitting, the way we are living our life, we don't even sit straight. कितने लोग सीधा बैठते हैं? You always take a backrest, isn't it? So there will be, if you don't use your body proportionately, there will be disalignment. और आपकी joint problem disalignment की वजह से भी हो सकती है. There are three basic disalignment that happens in the body. 3 basic disalignment है. Nabhi, your navel can get disaligned. We call it dharan. Your chest can get disaligned. आपकी छाती डिसलाइन हो सकती है. That part is called as kaudi. And your legs can get disaligned. आपके जांघें डिसलाइन हो सकती है. That is called as nale in the local terminology. Nabhi, kaudi, nale. Now, if your navel get disaligned, you'll get into digestive issue, metabolic issue. आजकल diabetes बहुत हो रहा है ना? आजकल diabetes बहुत हो रहा है. Do you know one of the reason of diabetes is disalignment of the navel? But nobody is correcting it. If you have asthma or allergies, respiratory disease, corona is also a respiratory thing. People's respiratory capacity is going down because of the disalignment of kaudi or the chest factor, and the disalignment of the thighs or the legs will get you into hip problem, knee problem, ankle problem, sciatica, those kind of things. So what are you doing to balance it? आप क्या कर रहे हैं इसको बैलेंस करने के लिए? तो एक काम करें, let's see how do we balance. हम बैलेंस कैसे करते हैं देखें जरा. अपने दाएं हाथ को पकड़ लें, hold your right hand over the top and try to pull it. खींचने की कोशिश करें. Just pull on the left side. बाईं तरफ खींचने की कोशिश करें. When you pull, what do you do? ये जोर लगाने के लिए आप क्या करते हैं? You hold your breath. Yes or no? सांस रोकी आपने? Even if you have to align yourself, what is the basic key? वो कुंजी क्या है? वो चाबी क्या है? It is kumbhak. It is holding your breath. So if you use breath hold in a particular manner, you can align the whole body. That is what we teach in Ashtaang Chikitsa, how to align your body. And once your body is aligned, you will feel very light. आपको हल्का महसूस होगा. You lose excess of weight. जो भी आपके शरीर में बचाने के लिए शरीर ने कुछ भी किया है, वो आपका ठीक हो जाएगा. So Sankhya Sharir, this is the second factor. Now again, if you have to align or Sankhya, if you have to correct the Sankhya, you have to use Kumbhak. Now let's go. Let's go to the third part, Pramana. Now, one more thing in Sankhya, what I want to actually tell you that there is a way of doing a movement and holding the breath. अगर आपको तरीका पता है ना, how to align, how you want to align your navel, how you want to align, how you can align your chest. अगर ये तरीका पता है ना, then only you will be able to align. So it needs a little commitment. एक थोड़ा committed atmosphere चाहिए होता है उसके लिए. That is why we teach it in the class. हम क्लास में सिखाते हैं. Now the fourth aspect, pramana sharira, prakriti, vikriti, sankhya, pramana. चौथे पे आ गए हम, pramana. Pramana means density. इसका मतलब होता है density, गुरुत्व, भार, density. इसी को धातु भी कहते हैं. We call it धातु. There are different types of tissue in your body, isn't it? आपके शरीर में अलग अलग तरीके के कोशिकाएं हैं. Like bone is very much dense. हड्डी जो है वो बहुत भारी होती है. Your muscles is less denser than your bone. आपकी जो मांसपेशियां हैं वो उससे कम घनत्व है उसमें. और आपके फैट में एडिपोज टिश्यू जिसे कहते हैं, your fat muscle, your fat tissue or adipose tissue is very light compared to the muscles and bones. जिनके शरीर में मसल ज्यादा होगा उनका वेट ज्यादा होता है. People who have denser bones and muscles, their weight is high even though they are lean. वो पतले होने के बाद भी उनका भार ज्यादा होता है. So there are different kinds of tissues. This is called as sapta dhatu. 7 different density tissue की है आपके शरीर में. There are 7 different densities, tissue of different densities. Rasa, Rakta, Mansa, Med, Asthi, Majja, Shukra. These are 7 densities. ये अलग अलग भार के tissues हैं. If the density becomes less, if you lose the density, your organ functioning will not happen properly. आपके अंदर जितने भी organs हैं, heart, liver, lungs, kidney, ये जितने भी organs हैं ना, इनको काम करने के लिए there is a density required. So we are losing on the density of our organ. हमारी organ weak हो रही है. What is diabetes? Your pancreas is not functioning properly. Your liver is not functioning properly. What is hypothyroidism? Your thyroid gland is not functioning properly. है ना? It has also a relation with liver. What is kidney disease? Your kidney is not functioning properly. Organ damage आजकल ज्यादा है. You will see more chronic disease are there. है ना? Organ से related disease. So how do you correct your organ? Suppose there is a joint pain due to liver dysfunction. Liver के कारण आपके शरीर में joint pain है, inflammation. So you will have to correct the liver. आपको liver ठीक करना पड़ेगा. Is there a medicine to correct liver? No, there is no medicine to rejuvenate your organ. आज तक कोई दवाई नहीं बनी है आपके हार्ट को ठीक करने के लिए, आपके किडनी को ठीक करने के लिए, आपके लिवर को ठीक करने के लिए, आपके पैनक्रियास को ठीक करने के लिए, आपके लंग्स को. There is no medicine. There cannot be a medicine. दवाई हो ही नहीं सकती है. So you will have to work internally. आपको अंदर काम करना पड़ेगा. अंदर आप काम कैसे कर सकते हैं? बाहर तो कर सकते हैं. You can do exercise, you can do weight training, isn't it? But people into sports and weight training and exercise, they also get diabetes, they also get heart attack. 40-40 साल के जवान जो है वो बॉडी बिल्डर्स, वो हार्ट अटैक आ रहा है. एक्सरसाइज cannot rejuvenate your organ. एक्सरसाइज से आपका हार्ट स्ट्रांग नहीं होने वाला. So how will it happen? ये होगा कैसे? Should we do a little experiment? एक एक्सपेरिमेंट करें. Now keep your left palm like this. अपने बाएं हथेली को ऐसा रखें, दाएं मुट्ठी बांध ले दाएं हाथ से. Make a fist from the right hand. Keep your left palm like this and try to push your left palm very hard. जोर से धक्का दीजिए अपने बाएं हथेली को. पुश कीजिए, जोर से पुश कीजिए. हाउ डू यू क्रिएट दिस स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ पुशिंग? ये जो शक्ति आप क्रिएट कर रहे हैं, जो स्ट्रेंथ पैदा कर रहे हैं धक्का देने का, कैसे कर रहे हैं? यू आर होल्डिंग योर ब्रेथ, यू आर होल्डिंग योर ब्रेथ बिहाइंड. करके देखिए दोबारा, अगेन डू इट अगेन. सी, पुश इट हार्ड. यू होल्ड योर ब्रेथ, सांस रोकते हैं आप, बट सांस रोक के बाय होल्डिंग द ब्रेथ, वेयर आर यू क्रिएटिंग द ट्रिगर? वो ट्रिगर कहां, वो एफर्ट कहां क्रिएट कर रहे हैं? यहां पे कर रहे हैं एफर्ट, बाहर कर रहे हैं, एक्सटर्नल एफर्ट डाल रहे हैं ना. यू आर मेकिंग एन एक्सटर्नल एफर्ट. बाय होल्डिंग योर ब्रेथ यू आर मेकिंग एन एक्सटर्नल एफर्ट. सो व्हेन यू लिफ्ट समथिंग, कोई भार आप उठाते हैं, so how do you lift weight? वेट कैसे लिफ्ट करते हैं? You hold your breath. You can't lift weight without holding your breath. You hold your breath and when you lift weight with the right hand, suppose कीजिए आप दाएं हाथ से वेट उठा रहे हैं, the trigger goes to the right hand muscles. दाएं हाथ के मसल में ट्रिगर चला जाता है and this becomes strong. Your right hand muscle grows. ऐसा ही होता है ना, बॉडी बिल्डिंग ऐसे ही होता है ना. This is how weight training and bodybuilding happens, isn't it? So by holding the breath, you are creating an external trigger. Now, very important part of this webinar. You hold your breath and do not move your body. What will happen? आप सांस रोक लें, अपने शरीर को बिल्कुल ना हिलाएं. क्या होगा? What will happen? You are not creating an external trigger. अब बाहरी दिशा नहीं दे रहे इसको, तो कहां जाएगा ये? डायरेक्शन कहां जाएगा? Internally. योर हार्ट रेट विल इंक्रीज. आपके हार्ट बीट से हो जाएगी ना, गर्मी लगने लग जाएगी शरीर. यू स्टार्ट स्वेटिंग आफ्टर सम टाइम, पसीना आ जाएगा. वेयर डिड द ट्रिगर गो? इनसाइड. सो बाय ब्रेथ होल्ड यू कैन क्रिएट एन इंटरनल ट्रिगर. कैन यू डायरेक्ट इट टुवर्ड्स योर हार्ट, टुवर्ड्स योर लिवर, टुवर्ड्स योर किडनी, टुवर्ड्स योर थायराइड, टुवर्ड्स द अदर ऑर्गन एंड मेक इट स्ट्रॉन्ग? इसके अलावा कोई चारा नहीं है. देख लीजिए, हाउ यू मेड वन हैंड मोर स्ट्रॉन्गर देन द अदर. एक हाथ कैसे आपका ज्यादा ताकतवर हो गया दूसरे से? बिकॉज यू वर्क विद दैट हैंड मोर, इजंट इट? आपने उस हाथ से ज्यादा काम किया. एंड हाउ डिड यू वर्क? ब्रेथ होल्ड एंड डायरेक्शन, ब्रेथ होल्ड एंड डायरेक्शन. दैट हैंड बिकेम स्ट्रॉन्ग. सो इफ यू डू ब्रेथ होल्ड एंड डायरेक्शन इनसाइड, दैट ऑर्गन विल बिकम स्ट्रॉन्ग. दिस इज द ओनली वे. देयर इज नो अदर वे. So how you can rejuvenate your liver, how you can make your liver strong, how you can make your heart strong? By us creating a specific direction. This is Kumbhak therapy, which is a part of Ashtaang Chikitsa. So how do you correct the Pramana Sharira or the organ body? By creating an internal trigger. ठीक है? तो और दूसरा तरीका, there is no medicine for that. कोई दवाई नहीं है उसके लिए, and there cannot be a medicine. कोई दवाई बन नहीं सकती. So at this point of time, everybody's organ is getting weak. Not even people like you, for youngsters also. छोटे बच्चों के भी organ weak हो रहे हैं. इस वक्त ये जरूरी है कि अंदरूनी काम किया जाए. It is important to work inside and rejuvenate your organ, make your organ strong. Now let's come to the other part, which is marma. Your organ, muscles, bones, they all work together, isn't it? आपका heart, आपके muscles, your nervous system, muscles, bones, they all work together. If you take out heart, you will not be able to move. You will not be able to live. If you take out liver, you will not be able to live. So they all work together. So there are junctions. ऐसी जगह है जहां पे की movement होती है. There are junctions. Muscle and nerve junction. Muscle and bone junction. Two bones and there is a junction. ऐसा ही है ना? दो हड्डियों के बीच में एक जोड़ है. ऑर्गन आपकी आंतों के बीच में, लंग्स, ऑर्गन्स एंड द एक्सटर्नल बॉडी इज कनेक्टेड. ये सब जुड़ी हुई हैं, कहीं ना कहीं जुड़ी हुई. ये जो जंक्शन पॉइंट है, दिस जंक्शन पॉइंट ऑफ द वेरियस ऑर्गन्स इज कॉल्ड एज मर्मा. इफ दिस जंक्शन पॉइंट इज ओके, lubricated एंड फ्लेक्सिबल, यू कैन परफॉर्म बेटर. अगर ये जंक्शन पॉइंट ठीक से काम कर रहे हैं, ठीक से मूवमेंट कर रहे हैं, तो आपका शारीरिक मूवमेंट ठीक से होगा. योर ऑर्गन फंक्शन विल हैपन प्रॉपर्ली. सो दीज आर कॉल्ड मर्मर्स. सो मर्मर needs a constant rejuvenation. इनको कॉन्स्टेंटली एक तरीके से मूवमेंट देना पड़ता है. टू कीप इट फाइन, वी नीड टू एक्चुअली make them move in a particular way constantly. For example, I'm giving you another example. If your marmas are not functioning properly, there are two kinds of circulatory movement in your body. आपके शरीर में दो तरीके का मूवमेंट का, blood circulation and lymph circulation. ऐसे मान के चलिए, just think about it, there are tissues and cells. आपकी कोशिकाएं हैं. The waste product gets thrown out of their walls. वो अपने बाहर अपना waste छोड़ देते. And by movement of tissues and cells, these waste product comes to a certain place called joints or lymph node. अंग्रेजी में उनको lymph node कहते हैं. All your joints are lymph node. आप ऐसे खटकाते हैं तो आवाज आती है ना? If you just tense the joints, there will be a sound. टक से आवाज आएगी ना? क्या हुआ? Gases release हुई. There is a release of gases and toxins. So it only happens through movement. वो बिना movement के नहीं होगा. Blood circulation can happen without movement because there is a pumping organ. एक heart है जो blood circulation करवा रहा है. Lymph का कोई circulation नहीं करवा रहा. It will only happen by movement of the body. So if you move the body in a particular way, these toxins, they go out of the body. There is a constant rejuvenation of cells. Internal environment साफ बनेगा आपका, तभी there will be प्रकृति, न्यू सेल्यूलर फॉर्म, बेटर सेल्यूलर फॉर्मेशन. अगर वो एनवायरमेंट ठीक नहीं होगा तो रॉन्ग सेल्यूलर फॉर्मेशन कॉल्ड, एंड दिस इज कॉल्ड एज कैंसर. गलत सेल बनते हैं तो कैंसर कहते हैं ना उसी को. सो बिकॉज ऑफ एन इंटरनल एनवायरमेंट, कैंसर हैपेंस बिकॉज ऑफ अ कैंसरस एनवायरमेंट. और उसके लिए इफ यू वांट टू कम आउट ऑफ दैट, देन देयर शुड बी कांस्टेंट रिजुवनेशन ऑफ मर्म. तो इसमें हम मर्म, अष्टांग चिकित्सा में, there is a part in Ashtang Chikitsa, there is a part called as Anganyasa and Marma Vinyasa, which actually works upon, there is a particular movement in a particular way with a particular kind of breathing. It's a part of Ashtang Chikitsa. Now go a little further. Now everything is ready for functioning. Now tissues, organ, joint, marma, सब कुछ तैयार हो गया. Now you function, you live your life, you do movement, you do function. काम होता है ना? So function, there are three things which are attached to function. तीन चीजें हैं function के साथ में जुड़ी. Material, energy and movement. Function means three things: material, energy and dynamism. इसी को कहते हैं कफ, पित्त, वात. This you must have heard of. आजकल तो बहुत सारी यूनिवर्सिटी चलती है, व्हाट्सएप यूनिवर्सिटी, फेसबुक यूनिवर्सिटी, यूट्यूब यूनिवर्सिटी. So everybody is educated. You know, at least you must have heard of these words called Vata, Pitta, Kapha. Most of the people do not know what it is. They try to make an idea. But material, energy and dynamism, Kapha, Pitta, Vata. Most of the problem is attributed to dynamism. वात दोष ज्यादातर प्रॉब्लम के साथ में जुड़ा हुआ है. So what is your joint problem? What is it called as? वात दोष. Right? Movement को आप कंट्रोल कैसे करते हैं? What is vata? Movement. Vata also creates pain. So movement, how do you control movement? If you want to move your hand, how do you control the movement? अगर आप ऐसे ऐसे तेजी से हाथ हिलाएं, देखिए पीछे, अपने पीछे देखिए. How do you control this movement? By holding your breath in a particular manner. अपनी सांसों को एक तरीके से चलाते हैं इसके लिए. Yes or no? You control your movement by holding your breath. Without holding your breath, you cannot control your movement. So वात दोष से बाहर आना है तो क्या करना पड़ेगा? If you want to come out of vata dosh, what you need to do is control your movement. कुंभक करना पड़ेगा कि नहीं करना पड़ेगा? There is no other way. If you apply joint pain relief sprays or some gel, उससे क्या होगा? Temporary, you will get a joint pain relief. Temporary, it's little temporary. क्या आपका घुटना ठीक हो जाएगा? No, it will not happen. So if you want to really have a control over the movement of your body, over your life, then you must practice kumbhak. कोई और चारा है नहीं. So dosha sharir ko, if you want to correct the dosha imbalances in your body, the most potent way is kumbhak. Other ways are also available, but they are less potent. There are medicines, all the herbs, Ayurvedic herbs, they do Vata Pitta Kapha balance, but to a certain extent. केवल एक extent से ही कर सकते हैं. They can be a little help, but they cannot be cure, rejuvenation. If you do kumbhak for 3 years, you will become 10 years younger. This is called as rejuvenation. So, neuro problem, usually, कहते हैं neuro problem. Somebody was talking about, so what people were talking about? Spondylitis and what else? Neuro problem. Now, something called as drop foot, neuropathy, है ना? ये चीज आपने सुना होगा. You must have heard of these things. So neuropathy happens on, you don't have a control. Parkinson, again a neuro problem. There is degenerative disease, which the doctor will say it doesn't become fine. It doesn't. No, there is no solution for that. There are sometimes autoimmune disorder of nervous origin, for which there is no solution. कोई solution है ही नहीं. So I'll tell you some examples. मैं आपको कुछ example बताता हूँ. So there was a person who was suffering from paralysis. A 65-year-old professor of Delhi University, or some associate Delhi University का कोई college है उसमें. So he suffered a paralytic stroke and lost sensation in one part of the body. He started doing kumbhak. In 3 months' time, he regained the sensation by almost 95% on that part. Now another example. There is a marathon runner. She's a lady, एक lady marathon runner. She started developing drop foot, uncontrolled legs. She couldn't control her legs. Suddenly, उसका marathon सब बंद हो गया. She was almost like stuck at one place. She started doing kumbhak. And after 4 to 5 months, she reported, I am preparing for next marathon. So there was a person who was suffering from myasthenia gravis, where the muscles are not in control. आंखें पड़कती रहती हैं, muscles हिलते रहते हैं. They are in always fluctuating mode. He started kumbhak, and in 3 months' time, he reported that it's gone maximum, like it's gone about 80 to 85% it's gone. Another person who was not able to speak for more than 2-3 words. He was not able to speak. Uska voice box related issue. It is also a neuro origin. So he started kumbhak. In 4 to 5 months time, he said, I can talk for long now. मैं काफी समय तक अब बोल सकता हूँ जो पहले नहीं बोल सकता. So these are examples of people who have done kumbhak and they have come out of the problem of neuro origin. I'm talking about problems you're talking like Parkinson, paralysis, and neuropathy. You can actually revive. Your whole nervous system can revive. Let's get to the second last part, or the 7th Sharira. It is called as Garbha Sharira. Garbha means a quality. The Sanskrit word Garbha means a quality of environment, an environmental quality. So Garbha fundamentally is called as quality, and the quality can be created by something called as samskara. Samskara is a way of creating quality. So Garbha means quality. Garbha, quality or genetics are correlated. I'm talking genetics. When you say Garbha Sharira, it is your genetics. Your genetics is responsible for your personality, for the quality of your body. How much your body has potential in what direction, in what vertical. It is your genetics, isn't it? This is called as Garbha Sharira. The Garbha Sharira gives you the genetics. Can you correct your genetics? It has also some relation with what you call as karma. When we say samskara, it is called as related to what you have done. So your genetics is also what you have done. Your genetics is also what you have done. So can you correct your genetics? Yes, 99% of your genetics can be changed. Now, the modern research says 99% of the total genetical quality is epigenetics, changeable genetics, variable genetics. You can actually change your genetics. So earlier theory of genetics cannot be changed is now been busted. So now you can change your genetics also. If the doctor says, oh, you have a problem because of your genetics, then tell the doctor, please change my genetics, because modern research says genetics can be changed. But they are thinking of stem cells, which is not the right way to approach genetics. I am telling you, Kumbhak is a way to change genetics. When you do Kumbhak, you are actually applying epigenetic triggers inside the body, which will change your genetics. And that's why people into diabetes, they drop their medicine. People of who have blood pressure issues, they don't need a medicine to control their blood pressure. Whatever genetics you say or what is being said in the world today can be changed. But you have to do certain things in a certain way. Only then it will happen. The last part is Shrishti Sharira. Eighth Sharira is Shrishti Sharira. Shrishti means what? In which you are sunk. Like Shrishti for a fish is the sea. एक मछली के लिए समुद्र सृष्टि है. So the water around her is सृष्टि for her. So for human being, the cosmos, ये ब्रह्मांड is सृष्टि. So it applies lot of forces. Na? What is environment? What is universe? Lot of forces acting. Na? You walk on earth in the force which is called as gravity. Gravity pulls you down constantly. Within this gravity, you walk. So you make an effort against gravity and then you walk. There is a very high environment or the pressure of this atmosphere. Atmosphere का pressure है ना आपके ऊपर. उसके बावजूद भी आप move करते हैं, चलते हैं, सब कुछ करते हैं. You do everything. So this is Srishti. The forces of environment is Srishti. Now I am bringing up something very, very unique and important. Now suppose gravity pulls you down. You know this, gravity pulls you down. Why do you grow tall? Gravity तो आपको नीचे खींचता है ना, गुरुत्वाकर्षण आपको नीचे खींचता है. आप लंबे क्यों हो जाते हैं? एक पेड़ ऊपर क्यों उग जाता है? Why a tree grows up? Why a bird flies? Because you must be applying a force opposite to gravity. Yes or no? आप जोर लगा रहे होंगे ग्रेविटी के विरुद्ध. आप जानते भी नहीं हैं. You don't even know, notice. But you are applying a force opposite to gravity. Suppose कीजिए आपके अंदर this force becomes weak inside you. Gravity के opposite force लगाना कमजोर हो गया. आपको कैसा feel होगा? How will you feel in your body and mind? You'll feel heavy, pulled by gravity. आप उठा नहीं पाएंगे ना, हल्का महसूस नहीं कर पाएंगे. Will not feel light. How will you feel? Heavy. ऊपर नहीं उठा पाएंगे तो नीचे heavy feel करेंगे. Where will the heaviness impact? ये heaviness कहां असर करेगा आपके? Joint पे? It will impact the joint? Yes or no? This heaviness is called as stress. S-T-R-E-S-S. You talk about stress, but आपको मालूम नहीं है stress क्या है. You think situation creates stress. No. Put 10 people in the same situation. 5 will get stressed, 5 will not. It is not the situation. It is your inability to handle a situation creates stress. आपकी क्षमता नहीं है अगर किसी सिचुएशन को हैंडल करने की, तब आपको उसमें स्ट्रेस होगा. So are you doing anything to increase your capability and the capacity to handle situation? No, you are not doing it. So I talked about one force. एक फोर्स के बारे में बात किया. The upward force is called उदाना. In कुंभक कलाचार, in कुंभक विज्ञान, we call it उदाना. इसको हम उदान कहते हैं. Have you heard of this word उड़ान? उड़ान सुना है नाम आपने? उड़ना, उड़ान. This has come from the root udana. That means opposite to gravity force. There are 84 forces which you are struggling every moment from through. 84 अलग-अलग forces में आप काम करते हैं. Your organ function according to these forces. So which force has gone weak in you because of which you have got into one problem? आपके अंदर कौन सा force weak हो गया जिसकी वजह से आप problem में आ गए? That is what we diagnose in Prana Shakti diagnosis. यही Prana Shakti diagnosis है. We find out the force which has become weak in you, and because of that you have got into one problem and then another and then another and then another. This is the root cause. So we do Prana Shakti diagnosis, and in the 9 weeks you learn the basic module, and you get an extra class where the whole module get customized according to your system. 9 हफ्ते तक आप एक मॉड्यूल सीखते हैं. There are 3 things in that module which actually takes care of all these 8 aspects. ये 8 चीजों का वो ध्यान रखता है. 3 चीजें हैं. The first one is called as Anganyasa. The second one is called as Hatha Vinyasa. The third one is called as Kumbhak therapy. So in 9 weeks, you learn this module of 3 steps, and then you get an extra class of customization where we diagnose you and customize the whole module according to your system and problem. This is Ashtaang Chikitsa. So it takes care of all the Sharira. Sharira means body and mind complex. Prakriti, Vikrati, Sankhya, Pramana, Marma, Dosha, Garbha, Srishti. And it's a cycle. It's a cycle. So if you work upon the body, see, you will never get a magic pill. If you wait for eternity, you will not get a magic pill. कोई magic दवाई नहीं बन सकती शरीर के लिए. Why? Because this body is first of all not designed for chemical medicine. Is your body designed for chemical medicine? No, your body is not designed for chemical medicine. जब आप एक पेट्रोल की गाड़ी लेते हैं तो डीजल डालते हैं उसमें. Would you put diesel into a petrol vehicle? No, never. Common sense, it is designed for petrol. So when your body is not designed for chemical medicine, where does this common sense go? ये common sense कहां चला जाता है इस समय जब हम अपने शरीर को इस्तेमाल करते हैं? That is why more medicine, more disease in the last 50 years. Enough example, isn't it? So you must work upon this. Body is magical. Let me give you this guarantee. ये शरीर बहुत मैजिकल है. ये ठीक करता है अपने आप को. This is the only gadget which is self-corrective or it corrects itself. ये खुद को ठीक करता है. आप मौका दें इसको. You empower your system and you'll see magic happening in your life. So it is important. Wherever you invest your time, money, focus, that thing grows. आपने दवाइयों पे इन्वेस्ट किया पिछले 50 सालों में, कितनी बढ़ गई? वो आपको रूल करने लग गए. आप हेल्थ पे इन्वेस्ट कीजिए. जस्ट इन्वेस्ट इन हेल्थ एंड you'll see your health will improve. Not only your health, the health of next generation will improve. So it is our responsibility that we focus on this beautiful system that we have been given or gifted with and transform our lives, make our lives better. So I'll stop here. यहाँ पे मैं रुकूंगा. So the team will take you forward. Team आपको आगे बताएंगे.
Thank you so much for listening to Swamiji patiently. Now I would like to invite Dr. Harshavardhan for talking about his journey of Ashtaang Chikitsa. Dr. Harshavardhan, are you there? Dr. Harshavardhan Kaspe?
Yes, he's there.
Okay. So I'll just put you on spotlight if you could just join us in. Are you able to hear me? Dr. Harshavardhan. Yes. So please, if you could start your video, it would be great. Yes. Thank you so much, Dr. Harshvardhan, for joining us in the Ashtaang Chikitsa webinar. Sir, please unmute yourself so that the participants can hear you. Yes, you're unmuted, sir. We can hear you.
Madam. So after joining the course,
Sir, could you increase your volume? Actually, the volume is a little low, so we can't hear you.
Yeah. After joining the course,
Yes, now
Ashtanga
you're
Yoga
audible.
Chikitsa, Ashtanga Yoga Chikitsa. So I am feeling very light and fine. My body pains have come down, and I had a sleep problem because of benign enlargement of prostate. So I was not able to, I had to get up frequently every 2 hours for urination. And now that part, after doing for 2 weeks only, I am getting good results. Now I am getting once in 4 hours. So I am getting good sleep, and I'm not rolling on the bed. This is the most important point for me. And another thing is, when I'm doing yoga exercises, this kumbhak and all, whenever with inhalation and exhalation, I feel that from the spine, there is some energy coming and going up towards the brain side, and coming to the Muladhara. So in that spine region and throughout the body, the energy is flowing. That's what I'm feeling in inhalation and exhalation. And another thing is, I had a shoulder pain which is coming down. 70% of the shoulder pain has come down. And I had a right knee pain and leg hip pain. That also is slowly coming down. So I'm feeling very comfortable by doing this, and I'm getting regularized and my work tension. I'm obstetrician and gynecologist. I had lot of stress. So that stress part also is coming down slowly, madam.
Thank you so much.
I'm feeling very, very comfortable with all the exercises, kriyas and all, madam. With the blessings of Swamiji and all of you mentors, madam.
Thank you so much, Dr. Harshvardhan, for coming to the webinar. Now I would request Anilji to please share the program details.
Yes, just 2 seconds and I'll share my screen.
Yes.
Rachna ji, are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
All right. Okay, so a lot of you may be waiting for the program details. So we'll cover these details very quickly. Details about Ashtaang Chikitsa online program. It's a guided program conducted online by trained Kumbhak mentor. This is a program which is conducted under supervision of expert mentors that we have. So that's the first thing. Like in the video, Swamiji explained that there are 3 modules. Swamiji ने जैसे बताया कि 3 modules हैं, M1, M2 and M3. या फिर आप इसे कह सकते हैं वात, पित्त एंड कफ, क्योंकि इसमें वात, पित्त और कफ तीनों को बैलेंस किया जाता है. और जो एक मॉड्यूल का ड्यूरेशन है वो 21 दिन का है. Each module is of 21 days of duration. So total program duration is 63 days. 63 दिन का पूरा प्रोग्राम का ड्यूरेशन. Like already that we've told, 9 weeks is the total duration, but we've got 1 extra week. That will come to know in a short while why 1 week is extra. हम ये देखेंगे कि ये 9 + 1 10 क्यों है, क्योंकि प्रोग्राम तो 9 हफ्ते का है. Why 1 week extra? There will be 2 live classes every week out of which one will be the learning class or the main class, and the other would be a mentoring class or the practice class. You'll also get access to videos and written instructions, so you do not have to worry about if you miss any live session also. सारी classes जो हैं वो record की जाती हैं, तो अगर आप कोई class miss भी कर देते हैं तो उसकी आपको चिंता नहीं है, because सभी को recordings available हैं. What are the next steps? You pay the program fee, and we have a special webinar special pricing for people who will stay till the end of the webinar. एक स्पेशल वेबिनार प्राइसिंग है जो लोग लास्ट तक रुकेंगे उनके लिए, और फिर उसके बाद आप पार्टिसिपेंट ऑनबोर्डिंग फॉर्म फिलअप करते हैं. देन यू फिल अप द पार्टिसिपेंट ऑनबोर्डिंग फॉर्म so that we can create the login credentials for course access, where all the recordings you will be able to access, and then you start classes starting with module 1. Ultimately you will be doing all 3 modules. Then total classes, module 1, there will be 6 classes in each of the modules. हर एक मॉड्यूल में 6 क्लासेस होंगी, तो इस तरीके से टोटल 18 क्लासेस, 18 क्लास हो जाती हैं. टोटल क्लासेस 18 लर्निंग प्लस 1 कस्टमाइजेशन क्लास. व्हाट इज कस्टमाइजेशन? कस्टमाइजेशन क्या है ये हम थोड़ी देर में जानेंगे. एंड देन यू गेट टू मीट स्वामी जी ड्यूरिंग द 2 लाइव Q&A सेशंस. आप कुछ भी सवाल हैं आपके, वो स्वामी जी से आप पूछ सकते हैं जब आप उनके रूबरू होंगे क्वेश्चन आंसर सेशन में. So engagement becomes 10 weeks, 1 week for customization, 9 weeks to learn the therapy. When is the class start date? This is the 83rd batch that we'll be starting. ये 83 नंबर का बैच होगा जो हम स्टार्ट करेंगे. In module 1 will start from 6th June, Monday at 6 p.m. Module 2 will start from 28th June. Module 3 will start from 20th July. So everybody would be starting from 6th June. 6 जून से जो मंडे का जो 83rd बैच है वो मंडे से ही ज्वाइन करेंगे 6 जून से, और उसके बाद मॉड्यूल 2, मॉड्यूल 3, मेंटर क्लासेस और प्रैक्टिस क्लासेस. मॉड्यूल 1 के लिए मेंटर क्लासेस होंगी थर्सडे को, और मेन क्लास जैसे है मंडे को. मॉड्यूल 2 के लिए फ्राइडे को होगी मेंटर क्लास और द प्रैक्टिस क्लास, और सैटरडेज को होगी मॉड्यूल 3 के लिए मेंटर क्लास. We'll share all these details in WhatsApp as well as in the chat, the Zoom chat just now, so you don't need to remember. What is the class experience like? ये क्लास एक्सपीरियंस कैसा रहेगा? ये लाइव सेशंस होंगे जैसा ऑलरेडी आप जान चुके हैं. मेंटर्स वॉच ऑल द पार्टिसिपेंट्स. जो हमारे मेंटर्स हैं, एक्सपर्ट्स हैं, वो आपको कैमरा में देखते हैं. स्पेशली जब प्रैक्टिस क्लास होती है उस टाइम आपको कैमरा ऑन रखना होता है. यू हैव टू कीप योर कैमरास ऑन ड्यूरिंग द प्रैक्टिस सेशन. दैट्स अ must, it's a compulsory. You get written instructions English and Hindi, and then session recording. जैसा कि मैंने बताया सभी क्लासेस रिकॉर्ड होती हैं, और वो रिकॉर्डिंग आपको कोर्स डैशबोर्ड के थ्रू अवेलेबल होती हैं. There'll be a lot of extra things. काफी चीजें जो मेन थेरेपी के अलावा, मेन क्लासेस के अलावा बहुत सारी चीजें आपको मिलती हैं. मेंटल प्रैक्टिसेस, यूनिक डाइट पर्सपेक्टिव. Mind you, this is not diet plan. This is a diet perspective in the sense that you'll get a video wherein Swamiji will share how to use food to support your body, not to harm it. कुक कैसे करना है, कई चीजें होती हैं, एक पर्टिकुलर तरीके से कुक करनी होती है, पकानी होती है, so that it does not harm your body. Simple detox processes you'll be getting, and there will be a lot of other knowledge that we shared with you. Now, before I come to the Ashtaang Chikitsa fee details, let's look at how much we could be already spending just to manage the disease that we are into. Doctor fees could be between 6,000 to 12,000, depending on the city that we reside in and the kind of doctors that you are visiting. If you're into physiotherapy, you may be spending another 12,000 to 30,000 every month, every year, and then medicines another 15,000 to 30,000. And if you total all of these, 33,000 to 72,000, you could already be spending per year just to manage the disease. Why I am showing you all this? Because we need to know what we are already spending and what investment we need to make in Ashtaang Chikitsa. That will be just peanuts in front of this. That's the reason I'm sharing this with all of you. Okay. Next slide. Now, before I can share the program details, it's very important to know who this program is not for, so that it's clear who this program is for. This is not for people who are looking for a magic pill and want results tomorrow only. Although some people may get results just after one sitting of doing one Kriya set, but that's very rare. We are so used to popping a pill, and over the years, so many years, we've been taking a magic pill, not exactly magic pill, we're taking pills, which gives you some relief for some time, but after the effects are over, you again get back into the same problem. So this is not for people who are looking for some kind of medicine. And this is not for those who are not ready to work on their body. Many people I talk to, they tell me they don't have the time to do all the kriyas and everything. So you need to be prepared to work on your body. You need to take your health in your hands only. Nobody else will do it for you. So we need to be clear about this. And it's not for those who cannot invest 60 to 70 minutes every day on themselves. This is again the extension of the last point. You need to invest this much of time initially. When you learn the kriyas, when you are perfect doing the kriyas, then it may take just 30 to 40 minutes. But initially, this may take 60 to 70 minutes. So if you are not prepared to invest this much of time on yourself, on your body, then this program is not for you. And this is not for those who are impatient, because getting out of any problem will require patience, since you're not using any magic pill, so to say. So you need to be patient. Otherwise, you'll just get into anxiety and ultimately drop off. And it's not those for those who are looking for a free treatment or just some tips. Most of the participants that we get, almost 80%, they're just attending the webinar just to look for a tip. Ye tip mil jayega, wo mil jayega, we'll do this, we'll do that. And you can, a lot of people go to YouTube and try to find the tips. But any therapy does not work on tips. Why? There's a risk if you are watching too many YouTube videos about tips. One, you'll find an expert who's saying something, the other's expert will be saying the opposite. So how do you know who's right and what to follow? So it may lead to further aggravating the problem. So we need to know that a therapy would not work on, just the tips. The whole body has to be taken into account. A holistic view of the body has to be taken into account. And like, if you remember, Swami is saying that you don't need to treat the problem locally. If the knee is paining, that does not mean you start doing something with the knee, which most of the treatments do. The root cause could be lying in the liver. Liver could not be right, so that's what that may be causing the problem. So we need to take all these things into account. What all you get now? The first thing that you get in the program is the Prana Shakti diagnosis for root cause determination. This is the key to the treatment. This is the key to healing, because most of the treatments that are there, they do not find, or they're not able to find the root cause. What's causing the problem? This alone in itself could be worth the total investment of the program. Thus this diagnosis alone. And it's a non-medical diagnosis in which you'll be getting a form and you'll be asked to do some experiments on your breath and on your emotions. And you have to note down all those findings. And along with that, you need to upload a selfie photograph, shoulder and above, in which your face should be very clear. And no specs have to be there while taking the photograph. You don't need to wear the specs, and in case of ladies, no makeup also. When these two things go to Swamiji, he's able to know the root cause of the problem. What got you into this problem? Like in the video, in the last part in which Swamiji tells about 84 forces. So which out of those 84 forces has become weak? That is found through Prana Shakti diagnosis. And based on that, your therapy will be customized. We'll talk about that in a short while. Weekly, there will be one main class of 60 to 90 minutes. 60 minutes is the actual duration. Then we attend to the questions of the participants also. So that extends to 20 to 30 minutes. So approximately 90 minutes is the duration. 90 minutes के आसपास हर class का duration रहता है. Weekly one practice class on the mentors class. Again 60 to 90 minutes duration. Online course access for 1 year. Like I told you, all the classes are recorded. जैसा कि मैंने बताया सभी क्लासेस की रिकॉर्डिंग होती है and these recordings are made available to you through a course dashboard. You'll get a login ID and password so that you'll be able to access, and this access you'll have for complete 1 year. Even after the program is over, you'll have this access. So that is enough time to learn all the kriyas by heart. And there'll be written instructions also which you can download and take a printout. So there's nothing to worry about. Then videos of all kriyas done in the class. This is different from the last one because in the last point the whole class is recorded, but these videos are for, let's say there's a kriya which takes 2 minutes, 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So separate videos of all the kriyas are given because you may not have to go through the 90 minutes of the class to just look at one kriya. Just watch that particular video, the video of that kriya, and you're good to go. Written instructions, like I already told you, you can download and take a printout, and then you can do the kriyas through the written instructions. Some people learn to watch from a video. Some people like to learn from the written instructions. So whichever suits you, both options are there. Then 7th point is private WhatsApp group to ask out question. This is where the action will happen for the 10 weeks of your program. This will be your home for the next 10 weeks. This is where you will be asking your doubts, your questions, all the meeting links, all the class links will be shared here. Our mentors are added on in these groups and they'll be answering you. If there's a need, they'll be calling separately also. And if there's a need, they'll do a video call also. So you don't feel left out. Individual participant progress tracking. Every day you'll be filling up your progress in the sense that what went well, what did not go well, where you faced the problem. So we track that on a daily basis. And then therapy customization for each participant in the 10th week. If you remember, the first point was about Prana Shakti diagnosis to find the root cause. Now, based on this Prana Shakti diagnosis, based on the root cause, all the participants will get a customized kriyas and movements in the 10th week. Depending, this will be based on your Prana Shakti diagnosis, and this will be different for all the participants. Like many of you maybe have this question that there are, since all the people will have different problems, how is it catering to all? So in the 9 weeks, the Vata, Pitta and Kapha are balanced. The 8 Sharir is worked upon, those are optimized. And then when you get this customization, then you continue this because you're directly addressing the root cause. And the 10th old student group, we keep in touch even after the program is over. This may be the only program which is offering support, and this is a lifetime support that we are offering to all our participants. Why? Because we understand that this is an online program, and compared to an offline program where you go to a location and you are able to do things, this is an online thing. So it has its advantages and it has its disadvantages. So we've tried to take out all those disadvantages by offering lifetime support, so that even if, because sometimes what happens is you may be in such pain that you're not able to attend the classes. So if you still have doubt, and by the time you get better and the program is over, so that time also you can always ask questions and ask your doubts. This is the reason. So what I want to tell you is that you don't have to worry about that this is an online program and how will we do it? Is it actually possible? Because this is the 83rd batch and there are more than 1,100 participants in the previous batches that we've already covered and completed successfully. So you need not worry about that. We are experts at online therapies. So we'll make you do things which you think you yourself may think is not possible. So that's our expertise and that's our responsibility. I've already listed all these points. Program fee. Now this program fee is 9,500, but like I promised in the beginning, there'll be a special webinar pricing. let's have a look at that. And somebody is scribbling on the sheet, so please do not do this. I just clear this. All right.
There has been some technical issues, so Anilji is not able to share the screen. So we will.
Hello.
Anilji, yeah, you were not audible, so.
Okay. So from which point
Yeah.
was that?
Yes, yes.
Now you're not audible.
From this yes, highly substantial. From this you can carry on.
Okay. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I was just talking about the team that we have, because this is the team which will take care of the during these 10 weeks of the therapy. We have proper we mentors. We've got Neha Upadhyay, she's the enrollment in charge. Anil Chauhan, that's me. I'll be taking up most of the questions, answering all your questions after this webinar in the WhatsApp group. Because we may not be able to take all the questions here since we have limited time here. Then Himanshu Reddy is in the team. He takes care of all the login IDs, passwords, videos, download files. What I want to say is that there's a proper team, there's a proper support is there. So you need not be worried. You need not feel left out that who to talk to, how to talk to. As soon as you enroll, as soon as you pay the fee, you'll be added to the WhatsApp group where all the questions, all the doubts will be taken care of. So with this, I come to the end of my part. I hand over the presentation back to Ashtaang. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, Anilji, for sharing the program details. Now I would like to invite Ali sir for his testimony. Ali sir, are you there?
Yes, he's there.
Okay, because my video is not getting switched on. I think everybody's video has been turned off.
Okay. Alisa, you can start your video. Yes. Is there?
Hello, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Hello, good evening, ma'am.
Yes, good evening.
My name is Alimullah, madam. I'm actually basically civil engineering. Hello, I'm
Yes,
audible,
yes,
ma'am.
we can hear you. Yes, yes.
I have joined this Ashtaang Chikitsa course for 3 weeks before. I completed module 1. Basically, being a civil engineering, I am standing in the sites regularly. Actually, my problem is cervical spondylitis. Due to this, my shoulders and the neck are frozen, and this pain is radiated towards the left hand also. After just I have completed module 1, regularly practicing this kriyas and all this Vata kriyas given by Swamiji, and all these mentors are supporting well. इसके वजह से मेरे को ये जो है ना, ये पेन जो है ना almost 40% reduce हो गया है. And also while standing in the work sites, मेरे को थोड़ा थकान महसूस हो रही थी, very tired. उसके वजह से भी मेरे को internally strength महसूस हो रहा है. Or one more thing, just I am having this nasal blockages regularly. Almost from 3 weeks. Even in I am in rain also. I have reduced almost 80% this cold problem also. Hello.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much, Ali sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we will be taking up the question and answer. Okay. Purushottam sir. So does it cure knee pain for aged people around 65 plus, and what is the time frame? So Purushottam sir, I would like to just enlighten you that program we have people starting from 35 to 75 plus. So anything can be healed because this is about breath holding and building your own internal strength that you can do by Kumbhak. So as I said in the beginning of the webinar, that till the time one is living, one can work on oneself. So that's the way you can work on yourself and get rid of your knee pain. Sudha ma'am, do we have to do all the 3 modules? Yes, you have to do all the 3 modules. That's why it's a 9 weeks program. So we have 6 classes for Vata, 6 classes for Pitta, 6 classes for cough. Then only you are able to balance the regeneration and the degeneration factors. I'm sorry, I'm not able to switch on my camera. There's been some problem. So, Manju ma'am, can someone having breast cancer treatment join the course? You can leave your number. Our sister concern is into reversal of cancer. So you can join that course. Okay. Avinash sir, you are not in the WhatsApp group. If you want to do the program, if you're not in India, that's completely all right. You can leave your WhatsApp number and we will get back to you. Please leave your WhatsApp number here, Avinash sir. Heart problem, Ram Partap sir, heart problem. Okay, so for heart problem, you will have to again join our BP and heart program, which is run by a sister concern. So you can leave your number. We will forward it to the concerned people. Again, diabetic hiatus hernia osteoporosis. So sweet Garg ma'am, for osteoporosis, you can join Ashtaang Chikitsa. Of course, for diabetic hiatus hernia, if the root cause is diabetes, then you need to join the other program which is run by our sister concern. But of course, there will be some help in diabetes hernia as well, because as you're working on your internal system and working on your osteoporosis, so diabetes is also partly taken care of, as we see in the previous participants whose diabetes has also become normal. So this could be just a very good side effect of doing Kumbhak. Okay, Bharat Joshi sir writes knee pain with effusion in right knee. So for knee pain, as I explained in the beginning only, Ashtaang Chikitsa heals knee pain and all the mostly covers the muscular problems. So for that you can join Ashtaang Chikitsa. Okay. GBS patient with foot drop, is this program useful? Ramesh sir, yes, this program is useful for a person who's having a nerves related issue, that is the foot drop. Foot drop is a nervous system related issue. So in that case, Ashtaang Chikitsa helps you in the rejuvenation factors and regeneration of the nervous system. So you can join the program to take care of your foot drop. Ria ma'am writes about pain in spine and then whole body, low energy level. Ma'am, Ashtaang Chikitsa, the first benefit that you see, which is evident in 99% of the people who are practicing Ashtaang Chikitsa, is the rise in energy level. आप जब अपने internal body में काम करते हो, तो आपको पहली चीज जो दिखती है एनर्जी लेवल में फर्क. तो कुंभक करने का ये सबसे बड़ा फायदा है. एंड when you build up on your internal strength and work on the weak forces, जब आपका प्राण शक्ति डायग्नोसिस होता है, जहां पर भी आपका वीक फोर्स है जिसके लिए आपको पेन या इन्फ्लेमेशन हो रहा है, वो जब क्योर होता है तो ऑब्वियसली द डिजीज का जो सिम्टम्स है वो उधर it's taken care of. Okay, pain in spine and then whole body, low energy level. Gopal sir is writing, what does this Chikitsa consist of? Only breathing exercise, or it also have some exercise and medicines? So very good question, Gopal sir. I would like to explain this to all the participants. आप जब अष्टांग चिकित्सा में ज्वाइन करते हैं तो क्योंकि ये न्यूरोमस्कुलर प्रॉब्लम रिलेटेड है, तो आप कोई भी एलोपैथी डॉक्टर के पास भी जाएंगे तो जैसा कि स्वामी जी ने भी अपने वीडियो में बताया, लिम्फ आपका कैसे ठीक होता है, लिम्फ मूवमेंट्स, आप मूवमेंट्स करेंगे तभी आपका लिम्फेटिक सर्कुलेशन होता है, अनलाइक ब्लड सर्कुलेशन विच इज थ्रू द हार्ट. तो आप खुद समझ लीजिए, अष्टांग चिकित्सा जब आप ज्वाइन करेंगे, ब्रेथ होल्डिंग के साथ थोड़ा बहुत मूवमेंट्स आपको करना ही पड़ेगा, तभी आप अपने सिचुएशन से बाहर निकल सकते हैं. As far as medicines are concerned, we do not tell you to take any medicines. Yes, there are certain recommendations which are Ayurvedic prescriptions, not mandatory, but sometimes that support is required so that a particular patient can at least do the kriyas. क्योंकि कभी कभी पेन इतना होता है लोगों को, स्पेशली द सुपर सीनियर सिटीजन्स, कि वो लोग कुछ कर नहीं पाते. तो उस केस में जरूरी है कि हम लोग कुछ प्रिस्क्राइब करते हैं, वो आपकी मर्जी, आप लीजिए तो ठीक है. बट मेन चीज आपको कुंभक करना है. आप अपनी स्थिति से बाहर तभी निकल सकते हो जब आप कुंभक करो. Diabetes and frozen shoulder, Sachida ma'am. Okay, so diabetes का कभी कभी frozen shoulder का actual reason ही diabetes होता है. So as we are dealing with the neuromuscular problems, obviously frozen shoulder is very much a part of the neuromuscular issue. तो आपका frozen shoulder will be taken care of. और जैसा कि मैंने थोड़ी देर पहले बोला, diabetes कभी कभी बहुत पार्टिसिपेंट्स का देखा गया अष्टांग चिकित्सा में आके उनके डायबिटीज के मेडिसिन भी छूट गए। तो डायबिटीज अगर आपका कॉज है फॉर फ्रोजन शोल्डर्स, तो आप ज्वाइन करने से आपका फ्रोजन शोल्डर विल बी टेकन केयर ऑफ, एंड might be that your diabetes also becomes normal because you're working on your internal system. Vijay sir writes, does this include yoga poses? Yes, it does include certain yoga movements. Whom can we discuss about it before joining? Avinash sir, you can leave your name and number, so Neha or Anil ji will get back to you. Ria Nahata ma'am, how much it costs for the 3 modules? 5,500. It's just been messaged in the group. Any other questions you can? Okay, Sudha Dhulia ma'am writes, if you are out of station, what's the way to do the module? So let me tell you to all the participants, अगर आपने कोई session miss किया, which is very much possible, it's a 9 weeks program, तो आपको recording और PDF सब कुछ आपके dashboard में मिलता है, जिसका access not only is available to you for 9 weeks, but 1 year, as Anil ji has already mentioned in the program details. तो आप कभी भी उसको रेफर करके प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हो. And we have a 24/7 WhatsApp group support where we have mentors, the coordinators, who are always answering to your questions. So there is absolutely no problem if you miss 1 or 2 classes. Okay. Now I will take up the questions. If anybody else has any questions, you can definitely ask me. Any questions? Yes, Sudha ma'am, 5,500 for all the 3 modules, and your customization is also included. Okay, Das Jha sir writes, I have indigestion and constipation problem. Can it be cured? Yes, sir. Indigestion and constipation problems can be cured in Ashtang Chikitsa. जब आप अपने internal issues पे काम करते हैं, तो this is very much a part and parcel of Ashtang Chikitsa. Grade 1 spondylolisthesis, Radhika Suri ma'am. So again, spondylolisthesis is also a neuromuscular problem. So this is also taken care of in Ashtang Chikitsa. Avinash sir, hope it will cure you, where doctors are saying we don't have treatment in whole world. Sir, please understand, Swamiji is already reversing cases where allopathy has absolutely no treatment, like thyroid, BP, heart, and neuromuscular autoimmune diseases like rheumatic arthritis, ankylosing spondylitis, and the list goes on. So please understand, जब as a logical person, अगर आप अपने शरीर के अंदर काम करते हैं and you work on your weak forces, तभी आप उस चीज से छुटकारा पा सकते हैं. Allopathy medicine आपको external support देता है, and that too temporary. साइड इफेक्ट्स जो है उसको आप भी मालूम है आपको. Rekha Patnakar ma'am, we are a private limited company and our registered office is in Pune, and we only conduct online courses. Okay, myasthenia gravis, Sudha Dhulia ma'am. तो myasthenia gravis, जिससे अमिताभ बच्चन भी पीड़ित हैं, जो आपके फेस मसल्स में बेसिकली डिस्टॉर्टेड हो जाता है. सो अगेन इट इज कनेक्टेड विद द मसल एंड द नर्वस सिस्टम डीजेनरेशन. तो ऑब्वियसली उसके लिए बोटॉक्स दिया जाता है एलोपैथी में, बट वो कोई भी सोल्यूशन नहीं है. आप अष्टांग चिकित्सा में जब तक you don't work on your regeneration factors, nothing else is the solution in this world. How long will it take to cure myasthenia gravis? Medicine will be stopped. Sudha ma'am, see, we will be very frank to you. Every body is different. So we cannot give you the timeline. Sometimes it within these 9 weeks, Many people are healed 90%. Some people are not. Some people take more time. तो आपका disease अगर 8 साल 10 साल या 2 साल पुराना है, I'm sure we cannot expect, unless and otherwise it's an allopathy medicine, that पूरा cure हो जाएगा. तो अगर जितनी पुरानी आपकी बीमारी है, आप समझ लीजिए कि टाइम तो लगना ही है. तो स्वामी जी बोलते हैं 3 से 6 महीना आपको निकलने को लगेगा ही लगेगा in most cases. Again, we need to mention it differs from body to body and what are the other problems you are facing. Riya ma'am, Neha, you can write my number to Riya ma'am. She can contact me. Rekha Patnakar ma'am, is there any offline course? Right now, we do not have any offline course. Okay, no worries, ma'am. You can join the course and your myasthenia gravis will be taken care of. Sudha ma'am. Any other questions, if anybody would like to ask? You're most welcome to do so. Vijay sir, after the course, how long I have to practice for a disease-free life? That's a very good question, I would say. So, अब ऐसा बात है, आप practice करेंगे, आप एक चीज से बाहर निकल गए. But the moment again you start, toxifying your body or making your lifestyle really bad and other environmental problems also, then you can understand आप एक चीज से बाहर निकल के भी वापस कुछ बीमारी आ सकती है, उसका प्रेडिक्शन कोई भी नहीं कर सकता है. तो आप अगर कुंभक को अपनाएंगे तो this will also work as a preventive, because in the world of COVID-19 we cannot predict anything. आज किसी को भी कुछ भी होता है. We know of so many cases where fever is going on for 9 to 10 days and nobody can find any solution. बस जिसने कुंभक किया उनको इस स्थिति में भी कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं हुआ है. तो आप समझ सकते हैं कुंभक इतनी पावरफुल टेक्निक है कि आप इसको लाइफ लॉन्ग अपनाएं तो बेस्ट है आपके लिए. बिकॉज वी कैन नॉट प्रिडिक्ट कि आप एक सिचुएशन से बाहर निकले, फिर आपने अगर कुछ ऐसा किया जो आपको डिजीज में वापस लाया है तो आपको कुंभक फिर करना हो सकता है. एनी अदर क्वेश्चन? Antihistamine past 10 years, can I get rid of it? Okay, Manju ma'am, could you tell me some symptoms of antihistamine, please? What are your symptoms? Because we work on symptoms and not fancy terms that the allopathy doctor gives. So if you could let me know your symptoms, that would be great. Anybody else who would like itching on any part of the body? So let me tell you, जब आपको skin में problem आता है, skin is the last part which is affected. जब body toxin से भर गया है तभी itching होती है. और जब आप कुंभक करते हो पहली चीज जो होती है वो है toxins release होता है आपके body से. Detoxify करते हैं. सब जगह आप लोगों ने देखा होगा, जाना होगा. डिटॉक्सिफाई करने के लिए डिटॉक्सिफाइंग आपके बहुत सारे ड्रिंक भी मिलते हैं. आजकल तो हर कोई प्रमोट कर रहा है हाउ टू डिटॉक्सिफाई द बॉडी. बट आप अगर कुंभक करते हैं तो आपका जो डिटॉक्सिफिकेशन अंदर से होता है, दैट इज द ओनली वे बाय विच यू कैन एक्चुअली डिटॉक्सिफाई द बॉडी. Because every day, due to environmental reasons, food, the body is getting toxified, right? Yes, any other question? Okay, a vascular necrosis, bone joint dies due to lack of blood supply. I have an hip joint, Avinash sir. Okay, so for a vascular necrosis, again, the only solution we have is Ashtaang Chikitsa. As I said, आपका जो प्रॉब्लम है, जब आप कुंभक से अपने स्ट्रेंथ को बिल्ड करते हैं, ब्लड सप्लाई जो कट हो गया है वो ऑटोमेटिकली रिजुविनेट होने लगता है. बट यस, यू वुड बी टेकिंग सम टाइम. दैट्स इट. PCOD, numbness, lichen planus can be cured. Alka ma'am, lichen planus again is an autoimmune disease. Okay? जहां सेल्स खुद को ही वो समझ नहीं पाता है और अच्छे सेल्स को भी खराब करता है. तो उसका, एज आई मेंशन्ड इन द स्टार्ट ऑफ द वेबिनार, जो ऑटो इम्यून डिजीज है उसका भी क्योर का तरीका सिर्फ और सिर्फ कुंभक है, जिससे आप अपना इंटरनल स्ट्रेंथ बिल्ड करते हो and the rejuvenation factors happen. Okay, Avinash sir, Neha will get back to you. Don't worry. Any other questions which the participants would like to be answered? Any other queries? Of course, you can write down in the chat box. We can take it from there if you do not remember as of now.
I think we are already over time. So whosoever has the question, they can post in the WhatsApp group and we'll answer there and then.
Thank you so much. And good night. Stay well and stay happy. Curve in spine can also be cured. Manju ma'am, curve in spine, again, you have to do Ashtaang Chikitsa. और आपको थोड़ा मूवमेंट्स करना पड़ेगा, बट इसको टाइम लगेगा. ठीक तो ये हो जाएगा. थैंक यू सो मच. नमस्ते. गुड नाइट.